What is up, Juicekeys? Andrew here from the Power Drew, and it is entirely too early in the morning right now. It's like 5 a.m. and I am up this early because once a year Reno does this like huge hot air balloon event called the Great Reno Balloon Race, and they kick it off at 3 a.m. and then from like 5:30 to 8 they have this event called Dawn Patrol, and that's when they really start firing these things up. And so I think it would be a good time to make the argument why 20 to 24 millimeter equiv is like the best focal range to vlog with, right? So if you're rocking a micro four thirds, it's gonna be like your 12 millimeter lenses, or like a 16 millimeter if you're doing an APS-C or something. But anyways, I need coffee. I need coffee so bad. Anyways, so we're going to that thing today. So let's get into it. All right. About halfway there, I think the coffee's starting to do its thing. I just wanted to chime in and say that this whole vlog is being shot on a 24 millimeter full frame equivalent lens. So, keep that in mind. Other than that, I'll see you at the Great Reno Balloon Race. We are here and it's packed. There has to be at least 2,000 people, and parking sucks. It's like an hour of just driving in circles. But let's check out some balloons.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true.
What a morning. It is hot. Reno's like in this time of year where it's like crispy cool in the morning, you know what I mean? And then it's like super hot by like 10. So yeah. So hope you guys liked that little Reno balloon race little segment there. But let's get on to the topic at hand. So, when it comes to focal lengths and kind of like the best, not even the best vlogging lens, but I think the best just, I guess the best overall just do it all YouTube creator lens. I think it has to come down to these 20 millimeter to 24 millimeter equivalent primes, and I'll tell you why. So, more often than not, the first thing that you'll hear when it comes to kind of the workhorse camera lens, you'll hear about these 24 to 70 zoom lenses, right? The 12 to 35 Panasonic Micro Four Third lenses, or the the 17 to 55. Canon APS-C lenses, and those are good, but the problem with those is that usually they're locked into an f2.8 aperture, and when you're shooting on a Micro Four Thirds or a APS-C sensor camera, it's no longer f2.8. You have to times that crop factor to the aperture. And when you're a YouTube creator, you're doing two things, right? You're trying to do shots like this, these talking head shots, and you're trying to do these vlogging run and gun shots. And that's all said and, that's all fun and games and stuff, but when it comes to talking heads, you're gonna want to have a little separation from your background. You're gonna want a little bit of bokeh, right? And you're not gonna really get that with these zoom lenses. However, the primes, you will have that. So a good example is the 12 millimeter f1.4 by Panasonic, a fantastic Micro Four Third lens. it's going to be wide enough that you can vlog with. And then when you get into these talking head shots, it's going to have that fast enough aperture that you're going to get some separation from your background. And so that's really cool, right? And so, you know, I think that really leans into the favor of trying to get one of these primes instead of a zoom lens. Also, they're smaller, and more often than not, they're going to be cheaper too. And because there's less, you know, mechanics going on in the lens, usually you'll find that you'll come out with a sharper and just better image all around, you know? I mean, when it comes to video, you know, how well that image translates into YouTube might be null, you know, might be moot, but I think the primes are a better way to go. And tell you the truth, I'll slap a 20 or a 24 millimeter equivalent lens on a camera that I'm using, and it usually won't come off unless I need, for some reason, like a good zoom to get a certain shot. It won't come off, you know? So, you know, they're cheaper, they're lighter, they're faster, you'll get that separation from your background. Those are all good, you know? If it's like an APS-C lens, you know, think about something like a 16 millimeter, right? Fuji has a great one, the 16 millimeter f1.4. Sigma makes the same kind of focal length with the same kind of aperture. So yeah, I'd really like to steer you guys in that direction. However, if you guys think I'm full of BS, throw it down in the comments below. Let's argue about it. You know, 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Thunderdome style, you know. I love good arguments and good banter. So throw it down in the comments below. I'm not just fishing for comments. Like, this is the truth. Throw that in the comments below. Another thing too, though, I wanted to point out. If you're going to go with a 20 millimeter or 24 millimeter prime, make sure you know if your camera has IBIS or the lens has IS. And that's important because at 24, I think, is the cap. Any more and your shot gets too cropped, right? And if you don't have IBIS, you're gonna have to put in stabilization somehow. Either that's digital with your camera, or you're throwing that stabilization into post in your NLE, right? With like Final Cut or Premiere. Again, that's cropping in on your shot. However, if you have a 20 millimeter equivalent, you have some room to work around with if you don't have any IS to play with or any IBIS to play with. Just throwing that out there. It's something you guys want to think about. But yeah, so 20 to 24 millimeter, I think, is the best way to go. Also, huge segue here, and no, this isn't a sponsored segue, but if you've been following the channel, then you know I had puppies, 5 of these suckers. They're 4 weeks old now, so they just opened their eyes. Hang on, let me show you real quick. Hang on, don't go anywhere. Hang on. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. They're pretty awesome. But I mean, waste management is a big portion of my life now. So I mean, like, they're a lot of work. But yeah, little segue into a puppy vlog here. But these guys are cool. I got 3 adopters right now, and yeah, if you guys are in the Reno area or kind of nearby, you know, hit a brother up if you're thinking about a puppy. You know, I'm pretty, I don't know, I'm pretty strict on who gets them or not. But just saying, I'm not trying to chuck these puppies at anybody. But I don't know, they're awesome. Check them out again. Look. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't thrown a video out in a couple weeks. I've been, you know, pretty distracted with these guys and life. And I wanted to get a quick video out for you guys, so this is that video. Anyways, you know, as always, I respect and appreciate you all so much. And like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. So will he and the other 4. Later.